Today, we're going to talk about selling the invisible. What does that mean? It's from a book from Harry Beckwith called Selling the Invisible. There's a lot of relatability to what we're doing in the CAS space, so let's dive in. All right, welcome to another episode of CAS Minute. Today, we're walking through key lessons learned from Selling the Invisible, a book by Harry Beckwith. So, as we think about the book Selling the Invisible and its applicability to CAS firms, we're trying to extract insights that will help you market and sell this intangible advisory service more effectively. So, when we lean into this first lesson learned, we're talking about selling expertise, not just a service. So in the book, the author emphasizes that clients buy expertise, not just the services. In CAS, clients rely on the strategic thinking and strategic problem-solving abilities. One of the quotes in the book says, "The first step to service marketing is recognizing that your prospects are buying a relationship." So in that first moment that you interact with a prospect, your positioning on how you talk, how you question, how you build that relationship, that focus on the knowledge and expertise that you can bring to the relationship enables you to expand on the expertise that you're bringing and not just the service that you provide. So if you can showcase that through a really personal consultation, a meeting, or industry-specific observations during the sales process, you will position yourself in a really quality way to operate above and beyond a more compliance-oriented service. The second lesson that I want to point to here is that clients buy solutions to problems that they can't clearly define. And so it's very difficult when a prospect comes in, they're like, I'm experiencing this pain point, but they have a difficult time understanding like what's actually causing that? What's driving that problem? And so that puts us in a position to be able to put articulation behind the pain point that they're feeling. And so this is important in the discovery process to ask the right questions to reveal the deeper problem that's causing this pain that they're experiencing, because they may not be able to define it by themselves. Something very simple could be, hey, I'm not getting the level of depth in my reporting that I need in order to make quality decisions. Maybe that comes from the lack of clarity and detail in the chart of accounts, but they don't exactly think about it that way. So the supporting quote here that I want to talk through from the book is that the customer rarely buys what the company thinks it's selling. What's interesting to me about that is that we are selling what we believe we're offering. The customer is trying to buy something that solves this underlying issue that they're not able to define well. So we need to understand how to translate what we have in our marketing and on our website as to what we're selling to how it solves that problem. The next lesson is marketing and selling yourself and your practice and your service. It begins the moment that you answer the phone, the moment that you hop on the Zoom call. The second that you open up that interaction, the process begins. Every client interaction that you have needs to reinforce your reliability, your professionalism, your expertise. And this happens subconsciously from the very first point of contact. In the book, Beckwith says, service businesses are selling relationships. The moment of interaction is the moment of truth. You can make or break a sale the moment that you initially interact with them. So if you can standardize how your team handles inquiries and these initial conversations, learn from past conversations as to what works, if you can put that into a more concise and almost templatized approach, that is positive, that is confident, reflects your values, demonstrates expertise, you're really going to position yourself well to start that relationship really well out of the gates. Here's one of the biggest lessons learned from this book: the importance of being human. The book says people don't buy from companies, they buy from people. The better you are as a person, the more people will want to do business with you. I believe this will continue to ring true no matter how much technology is involved in the process. They then will lean on your expertise to utilize the right technology to help them achieve the outcomes they're looking for. So the relationship component's not going to be extracted. We've already seen productized solutions that have tried to extract this relationship, and largely it's been pretty ineffective. So to action on this, like how do you bring the humanization? How do you bring your values forward? I think a big step here is not being afraid to show your personality. When you're able to demonstrate the things that you really care about, the things that you're passionate about in client meetings and interactions, that will enable you to develop rapport. And then showing empathy on these pain points can really set you apart from some of the larger, maybe productized firms that are offering what the prospect would say as similar services. There's a few interesting points in this book that I think are going to be really fun to hit on in terms of selling the invisible, considering we're not a product-based company. We're not selling physical products that people can feel and touch. So I would definitely recommend looking into this book. In the next episode, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper on a few more lessons learned in selling the invisible. Hope that's helpful. Till next time.